Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel Code with AKJ. Today is day 60 of solving Lead Code 75 challenge and this is the second problem from the DP1D chapter and the problem name is min cost climbing stairs. So before we start, make sure to like, share, comment and subscribe to the channel for daily DSA content and consistent preparation. So let's get started with our problem statement. So the problem statement says you are given an integer array cost where cost of I is the cost of ith step on a staircase. Once you pay the cost, you can either climb one or two steps. You can either start from the step with index 0 or step with index 1 and return the minimum cost to reach the top of the flow. So we are given an array cost where cost of I is the cost to step on the stair I, and you can move or start from index 0 or index 1 and move either one or two steps at a time. And the goal here is to reach the top with the minimum cost. Let's understand this problem statement with the first example. So here I have written the first example, which is cost 10, 15 and 20. So according to the question, we can either start from index 0 or index 1, and after paying the cost of stepping at that particular index, we can either take one step or two steps. So here I have written two different possibilities. So here is the staircase. The first staircase has value 10, then 15 and 20, and this is the top. So the first intuition here we can take here is at every step we have either two choices, that is take one step or take two steps. So here I have taken two different possibilities, that if we start from the 0th index will be the cost to reach the topmost position, and if we start from the first index, what will be the different cost to reach the top index. So if we start from the 0th index, the first cost will take here is 10, and then we'll have two options, that is we can take one step or two steps. So from this particular index, if we take the one step ahead, then we'll move to the first index which will cost us 15, and then from here we'll again have two possibilities, we'll either take one step or two step. So if we take one step, we'll get the cost 20, which will give us total 45 cost. But from 15, if we take two steps, then we'll reach the topmost position, which will give us the total cost 30. So the two different costs we'll get if we start from the 0th index are 45 and 30. But if we start from the first index, which is 15, so if we take one step ahead, then we'll move to the next index, which will cost us 20. Then our total value would be 35, because after 20 we'll reach the topmost staircase. But after 15, if we take two steps ahead, then we'll directly reach to the topmost staircase, and the total cost here will get as 15. So if we start from the first index, the two different costs will get are 35 and 15. So the different cost here are 45, 30, 35 and 15, and out of all these, our minimum cost is 15. So this is the intuition. We'll check from each and every step, and we'll check these two options by taking one step or two steps from each and every index I, and we'll get all the cost and we'll take the minimum out of all costs. So this would be our brute force approach where we are using recursion. So we'll try all the possible ways. So from index I, we'll either go to I plus 1 or I plus 2, and we'll add the current cost which is present at particular index I. Recurrence relation here would be the cost of I plus the minimum of two recursions. So one recursion is taking one step ahead, and another recursion is taking two steps ahead. So this would be a recurrence relation. So we have already seen the dry run with the help of this particular first example. So coming to the time complexity and space complexity of this approach, so since we are using recursion, the time complexity here would be O of 2 power n, which would be exponential, and coming to the space complexity, it would be O of n, which is the size of our cost array because of recursive stack. So let's try to code this approach and let's submit. So here's the code for our brute force approach where we are using simple recursion. So we'll first take the size of our cost array, which would be stored in value n, and we'll send two recursive calls, solve recursion function. So one is to start from the index 0 and another one is to start from index 1. So we'll take the minimum of these two different answers. So the solve recursion function goes like this. So the base cases here are, if we reach the end of our array, then we'll return 0. So if we reach the final staircase, we'll return the cost of the final staircase. And here we'll have two different options, that is we'll move using one step and we'll move using two steps. So if we use one step, then we'll move index by one, and if we use two steps, we'll move index by two steps. And for each and every recursion, we'll add the cost array and we'll take the minimum of these two different options. So this would return us a cost for a particular recursive function if we start from index 0, and the same call goes for the index 1. So we'll take the minimum of these two values and we'll return the minimum possible cost to reach the top of the flow. So let's run this code. It's working, so let's submit. As you can see, this approach gives us time limit exceeded because of its time complexity, which is exponential. So let's try to add memoization here, because as we have seen in the previous problem, we are recalculating the same states again and again. So let's try to store those values in a separate array, and whenever we find that same state again, then we'll return the same value from the array. So here's the code for the recursive approach plus adding memoization to it. So we have taken a separate array, DP array, with size of the cost, and we have initialized it -1 to each and every state. So we'll send this DP array to each and every call, and the base cases remains the same. So what we are doing in this particular function is, while calculating the value for each and every state, we are storing those values inside our DP array, and whenever we find the same state, we'll directly return particular state using our DP array. So let's try to run this code as well. So it's working, so let's submit. So now as you can see, this approach gives a successful submission. So let's move on to the time and space complexity of this approach. So the time complexity of our memoization approach would be O of n, as we are iterating over our cost array and calculating each state only once. So the overall time complexity here would be O of n. And coming to the space complexity, since there is a recursion which would take O of n time complexity, and there is also an extra space array, a DP array, which would also take O of n space complexity. So overall, the space complexity of this approach would be O of n. So now you can see that we have optimized our time complexity from exponential to linear. So now let's try to use tabulation method, where we'll remove the recursion completely and we'll just build the array, and based on states we'll create a table and we can directly return the state value using this whole array. So if we observe closely from our past two approaches, we can observe here that we only need last two states. That is, for a particular index I, we need I minus 1 as well as I minus 2. So here dp of I resembles the minimum cost to reach the step I, and from step I you could have come from I minus 1 step or I minus 2 step. So the relation here generates the dp of I is nothing but the cost of I plus the minimum of the last two steps, that is dp of I minus 1 dp of I minus 2. So in this way, we'll convert our recursive solution to a tabulation solution, where we are trying to build this array instead of using recursion. And with this DP array, we'll directly return our required answer. So let's quickly do the dry run on this given example, and let's move on to the code. So, so let's write the index values first. So this would be 0, 1, and 2, and this will be our top. So to reach the step 0, the cost we require is 10. So we'll place this value inside this dp value, which is 10. And again, to reach the step 1, the cost acquired here would be 15, which would be stored in the dp of 1, which is 15. And now we'll start calculating for the index 2. So to reach the step 2, we'll either have two choices, that is I minus 1 and I minus 2. So we'll take the minimum of last two cost, that is 10 and 15. So minimum of 10 and 15 would be 10, and the cost acquired to step on this particular step 2 is 20. So 20 plus 10 would give us 30. So our final DP array would be 10, 15, and 30. We might get a thought that we'll just directly return the dp of n minus 1, which is our required answer, but this is not right. So here what we need to observe is dp of I represents the minimum cost required to reach the ith stair. So to reach any stair I, we can come either from I minus 1 or I minus 2. So naturally we'll choose the cheaper of these two paths, and then we'll add the current stairs cost as well, which we have seen in our second index calculation. So after filling the DP array, we directly don't return the DP of n minus 1 because the top lies beyond this particular stairs. So to reach this particular top, we have two different paths. We can either reach here by last stair or the last second stair. So the final answer becomes the minimum of dp of n minus 1 comma dp of n minus 2. Since we have two different paths to reach this particular top, so we'll take the minimum of these two different paths, which is dp of n minus 1 and dp of n minus 2. So this is our dp array, and the dp of n minus 1 is 30 and dp of n minus 2 is 15. So the minimum of these two paths is 15. So for this given example, our answer would be 15. So coming to the time and space complexity of this approach, the time complexity here is O of n, as we are iterating over our cost array once. And coming to the space complexity, since we are using a DP array, the space complexity remains O of n. But here we can observe that there is no recursion involved in this particular approach. So let's move on to the code and let's submit. So here's the code for our tabulation approach. So here I've taken the size of our cost array. Here I've taken the DP array, which is of size n. The two base cases here are the dp of 0 would be cost of 0 and dp of 1 would be cost of 1. And we start calculating from the index 2 till the size of n. And the recurrence relation which we have taken here is the dp of I would be the minimum of last two states, that is dp of I minus 1 and dp of I minus 2, with the current step cost, which is cost of I. And since the top lies beyond the last stair, we'll have two options to jump there, that is either from the last stair or the second last stair. So the final answer becomes the minimum of dp of n minus 1 or dp of n minus 2. So this is the tabulation method. So let's quickly run this code. It's working, so let's submit. As you can see, this approach also gives us successful submission. So now let's try to fully optimize the space complexity and not use any external space, and we will do that in our optimal approach. So in our tabulation method, we have observed that we need only last two states, and we tried to build the array and we have returned the value according to the minimum of last two states. But instead of building this array, we will try to store these last two states values inside two different variables, and we'll keep on updating these two variables as we go on calculating the cost for each and every state. So let's do the dry run and let's understand this space optimized approach, and then we'll move on to code this approach. So we'll try to store these two values, that is inside previous one, which would be 10, and inside previous two, which would be 15. And while calculating the cost for this particular stair, we'll take the minimum of these two, previous one and previous two, plus the cost of standing on that particular stair, that is 20. So minimum of these two would be 10, then the cost here would be 20, which gives us 30. So after this particular step, we'll move our two pointers one step ahead. So if we consider this as a current calculation of this particular stair, and this would be our previous one and this would be our previous two, then previous one becomes previous two and previous two becomes current. So this goes to this particular index and this pointer goes to this particular index, and we'll continue our calculations for other states as well. So if the size of our cost array is more than 3, we'll take a bigger example where 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. So this would be our pointer 1, this would be our pointer 2, and we'll calculate this particular state, which would be stored in the current variable. So after calculating the cost for this particular state, we'll move our pointers one step ahead, which is this becomes P2, this becomes P1. So now again we'll calculate the cost for this particular index. So after calculating this particular index, this current moves to the next index, P2 moves here and P1 moves here. So in this way, as we need the values of last two states only, instead of building the array separately, we'll try to use these two pointers and we'll store the values in these two variables and we'll keep on calculating and moving these pointers one step ahead. So in this way, we don't need any external space and we'll be able to calculate the cost for each and every stair. And finally, we'll return the minimum of previous one pointer and previous two pointer. So the time complexity of this approach here would be O of n as we are iterating over our cost array, and the space complexity here would be constant as we are not using any external space. So in this way we have optimized our space complexity and this is our optimal approach for this given problem statement. So let's move on to the code and let's submit. So here's the code for our optimal approach where I have taken the size of our cost array. The previous two is cost of 0 and previous one is cost of 1, and we are trying to iterate from 2 till the size of cost array. And the current state value calculation would be cost of I with the minimum value of previous two states, that is previous one and previous two. And after calculating the current state value, we'll move our pointers one step ahead where previous two becomes previous one and previous one becomes current. And after calculating the cost for all the particular states, we'll return the minimum of last two states, which is previous one and previous two. So this is the space optimized approach where we are not using any external space. So let's quickly run this code. It's working, so let's submit. As you can see, this approach also gives us successful submission, but here this is the most optimal time and space complexity based approach. So that's it for today's problem. So this is a classic 1D problem. And if this explanation helped you, so don't forget to like, share and comment and subscribe for daily LeetCode 75 solution. So that's it for day 60, which is minimum cost climbing stairs. I'll see you in the next video for the next problem, which is house robber. So until then, keep coding, keep growing. Thank you.